everybody, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my fourth update for Clue Special Panning Edition. I created this Pantastic Ladies collab. It started on June 9th and it ends whenever you solve the murder. Mr. Body has been murdered and you need to figure out which of the suspects did it, with what weapon, and in which room. So there is a list of prompts for each of those three categories. Once you have met your goal on a prompt, you can use it in a three-part guess. If your guess is wrong, one of them is eliminated for you. You do have your own solution that is saved in a spreadsheet, so it doesn't matter what anyone else is getting for clues, it just matters what you specifically are being told for your guesses. Each month you get to work on 3 suspects, 3 weapons, and 3 rooms. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the 9 prompts that I've been working on for the last month, and we'll see what I've met my goal on and what I've learned about the crime. The first of my 3 suspects was Mr. Green, and he is something green. I was working on this KVD Super Pomade in the shade Power Green. It is in fact green. I'll wear this as a cream shadow or as a liner. It stays really well as a liner. Applying it as a cream shadow does work, but it can be patchy, so it takes a bit of finessing if you want to use this as a base. At the last update, I had 1 use on this. I've used it 4 more times for a total of 5. The dice told me to use this 6 times, so I am 1 short. Mr. Green is staying in for 1 more month. Next, I have Mrs. White. She is something white. I picked this Au Naturel cream shadow in the shade White Quartz. There it is. At the last update, I'd used it once. I've used it 1 more time for a total of 2. The dice told me to use it 5 times, so I am still 3 short. So Mrs. White is staying in the project. This is very old. It doesn't work quite as well as it used to. It can be a little bit creamier than it once was, so sometimes it creases on me, but it is nice to wear under like brighter or pastel shades. It makes them pop more. So I'm keeping this in the project for 3 more uses. My last suspect was Colonel Mustard, and that is something yellow. This is the Lime Crime Electric Slide eyeshadow and brush stick in the shade Mega. It is yellow. The dice told me to use this 4 times. I haven't used it yet, so I still have all 4 uses left on Colonel Mustard, so I haven't met my goal on him either. All is not lost though, because the last update I had met my goal on Mrs. Peacock, but I didn't have anything to use with her. I didn't have a weapon or a room to guess with her, so I still can guess her. So I do have 1 suspect left that I could use in a guess this month. On to my weapons. The first one was the revolver, and that's a bullet lipstick. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche in the shade Montmartre. I'm probably saying that wrong, but here's the color. It's a nice mauve-y type of neutral shade. I had a goal to use this 7 times. I used it 5 by the last update, and I did get the last 2. So I did make my goal on the revolver, so I do have a weapon to guess. Next is the candlestick, and that is a lackluster product. I felt that this Well People Hydra Lip Gloss in the shade Afterglow is kind of lackluster. It's not as shimmery or as vibrant as I thought it would be, given that it was originally a bright gold. It is discolored from wearing it over lipsticks, but I had a goal to use this 9 times. At the last update, I used it 4 times. I did get the other 5, so I did meet my goal on the candlestick as well. This is not something that I would repurchase, but I have this at my disposal for this project. And my last weapon was the wrench, and that is something broken, and I'm going to have a picture on the screen. That picture does not look any different than the one that I showed last time, and that is because I have not used it. The dice told me to use it 6 times, and I haven't gotten there yet. There is a neutral palette that I have in another project. That project ends in just a few days, so I've been focusing on that. I will have uses on the Lorac Quartz Shadow for the next update though. So now I'm on to my rooms. The first one is the lounge, and that is a home spa day product. I've been using this Wish exfoliating foot mask. At the last update I had 3 uses. I've used it another 3 times for a total of 6, which is good, but my goal is 8, so I'm still 2 short from meeting my goal. This is staying in the project, and I'm not able to guess the lounge this time. Next is the ballroom, and that's a product you consider a classic. I think that black gel liner is a classic. This is the Mellow Gel Liner in the shade Black. I actually have hit jar in the bottom of this, but for the purpose of this project, my goal was to use it 6 times, said the dice. I had 1 use at the last update. I've used it 4 more times for a total of 5, so I have 1 left on the ballroom, so I still can use this. I actually would buy this eyeliner again. For as old as this is, it still works really well, and I'm really impressed with it, but this is staying in for 1 more use for this project. My last room is the conservatory. That is something in packaging that you intend to either reuse or recycle. In this case, it will be to reuse. I have this Au Naturel Creme Shadow, this time in the shade Bliss. It's a pinky purple. And this comes in a glass jar with a stainless lid. It is frosted glass, and frosted glass is not recyclable, but it is a really solid jar, and once this is eventually empty, I'll just run it through the dishwasher and then use it for something else. But my goal was to use this 5 times. I did that, so this is a goal met for the conservatory. I am still not done with it. I'll get to that someday, but for this project, it is a goal met for the conservatory. So in summary, I didn't meet any goals on suspects, but I had a carryover for last month. I met my goal on 2 weapons and 1 room, so I am able to make 1 guess. So I went ahead and asked Taru, who is kindly holding my solution for me so that I can play, if it could have been Mrs. Peacock with the revolver in the conservatory. And Taru revealed that it could not have occurred in the conservatory, so I can eliminate that room, and now I get to roll in new products based on that new information to continue my investigation. I am still working on Mr. Green, Mrs. White, and Colonel Mustard, so I'm not rolling in any new suspects, so we're just going to go to the weapons. I am still working on the wrench, so I get to roll in 2 weapons, the first of which is the lead pipe, which is something in tube packaging, and I'm picking this NYX glitter primer. It does come in a tube. I rolled a pair of dice, and the dice told me to use this 11 times, so I need 11 uses on the lead pipe in order to be able to guess it. For my other weapon, I am bringing back the revolver, which is still a bullet lipstick, and I'm still going to be using this L'Oreal coloration, the shade Montmartre. I do really like this color, especially for fall, so I'm just going to keep using it, and this time the dice told me to use it 5 times. So 5 more uses on the revolver in order to guess it again. I am still working on both the lounge and the ballroom, so I get to roll in 1 new room, and I picked the dining room. That is something that you apply with a brush, and I generally apply this Japanesque Velvet Touch eyeshadow in the shade 01 with a brush. It's frequently used as an inner corner highlight. There's the shade right there. This is long discontinued. Japanesque does not make eyeshadows anymore, but I rolled a pair of dice and I got a 2. So I only need to use this 2 times in order to meet my goal on the dining room. That should be really easy. For the next update, I'm aiming to be able to make 2 guesses, and so I really do think that I'll be able to meet my goal on both Mr. Green and Mrs. White. I only have 1 use for him and 3 for her, so that should be achievable, so I should be able to get 2 suspects. I already have the candlestick as a goal met, and I think I can get another 5 uses on this lipstick for the revolver, and I actually think that I can meet my goal on all 3 of the rooms. It shouldn't be that hard. I just need 2 uses on the foot mask for the lounge. I just need 1 more use on the eyeliner for the ballroom, and getting 2 uses on this eyeshadow should be achievable. So I should be able to get 2 guesses for next time. Wish me luck, good luck with your investigations, and I'll see you next month. Bye!